Hector Bravo, unhinged. Chaos is now in session.
Welcome back to our channel, Warriors. We are still growing as we bullhead through season 2. Another special guest, man, flew all the way from New Jersey here in San Diego. A former Army infantryman. My favorite type of people. He was in the Surge, which was when George Bush, I believe, he packed Iraq full of troops from the year 2006 to 2008. I believe the Surge was. We have none other than Tamer. What up, dude?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Good, man. So you mentioned right before we started filming that you don't do flights or you don't like flying.
No, dude. I
Why?
hate it. I don't know, man. Ever since I came home from Iraq, flew back home to the Middle East to visit some family and stuff, and it was just a different feeling. I don't know what it was.
The turbulence?
Yeah, dude. I mean, any bump in the air, I'm like shitting a brick, dude. It's fucking terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned to me you were the only Muslim soldier in your unit?
Yes, I was the only one. Yeah. Yep.
With that being said, where were you born and where did you grow up in?
So I was born in Wayne, New Jersey.
Okay.
Grew up in Passaic County, in the township of Haledon. Grew up there.
Is that a Muslim community?
For the most part, there's a lot of us. Yeah, there's a lot of us. I mean, my high school was, I'd say, in the 30 or 40% of Muslim students. I mean, it's a decent amount.
That's up there.
Yeah.
Is it so much so that they incorporate that into the studies or no?
No, it wasn't how it is now. Like in today's day, like we're incorporating everything under the sun. It was just regular English, regular history, regular everything.
Yeah, and now you can pick whether you want to be a boy, girl, anything goes.
Lamp, whatever.
A lamp, true. Jersey. Did you grow up? Did you move from there or you stayed there?
No, man. I was in Jersey my whole life, except for when I was in the Army. I was stationed out at Fort Riley.
How old are you?
39.
Okay.
I look like I'm 28.
You do look young as fuck, dude. How do you do it?
It's the Arab blood, dog.
It has to be something, man. The falafels.
Yeah, almost.
So, we're the same age. 9/11 hit.
Yeah.
Right? Well, that was a major turning point in all of our lives.
Yeah, it was.
Do you remember where you were and what went through your head at that time?
I was in the library in my high school. I was a sophomore.
Okay.
Shortly after the towers got hit, they let us out of school. And in my town, there's a little hill where I grew up, where you can see the city skyline. And I got to see the towers kind of smoking when that happened. Again, I was a sophomore in high school. I grew up 20 minutes away from Manhattan with no traffic. Like I can get there. It's like 11-mile drive. It's not far at all. So, I mean, we saw, it was just plain as day in the city skyline.
Because what's that airport right there? Newark?
Yeah, you got Newark.
You live by that area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Newark, Patterson, Haledon, Wayne, these kind of bigger towns. Then you got Hoboken, Edgewater, Jersey City. Those are all neighboring to Manhattan.
Dude, I've never talked to anybody that was like, could see the skyline from like your vantage point.
Oh no, dude, you go right up. So anyone that watches this from Jersey will know where Morningside Flowers is. If you go up that hill, city skyline's directly in front of you. You can't miss it.
You actually saw like the billowing smoke?
Yeah.
Dude, at that time as a sophomore, what went through your head? Were you confused? Did you not even know what was going on?
I was confused. I started getting an understanding to it when, people started to not like Muslims. That's when
Shit, dude.
Yeah, because like when I mean, dude, I wasn't exposed to terrorism.
Correct.
As a fucking juvenile, as a teenager. So when that happened, that was my first like real exposure to like fucking Arab. Like,
now, do you recall how soon after that blowback came from when the towers went down to you started seeing?
Oh, dude, it was immediate.
No way.
Yeah. It was pretty quick. I remember I used to walk home from high school after football practice, right? So it's about a mile walk, nothing crazy. And, I know everybody in my neighborhood. Like I grew up there and I got my ass kicked walking home one day by 3 dudes that I knew. Yeah, I got jumped for no reason other than what I believe to be because of my background, and then from there it just became comments and weird looks and all that shit. But it wasn't just for me; it was essentially the whole community.
100%.
Like where I grew up is such a melting pot of different cultures. I mean, you go to the city of Patterson, the Dominicans got their own area, the Mexicans got their own area, the Bengalis got their own area. I mean, it's very diverse. You wouldn't expect certain actions like that, but again, it's 2001. It's, coming up on 24, 25 years since this happened, so there wasn't too much education.
Dude, I'm shocked as you're telling me this. Like, I would have never known that people endured that shortly after 9/11, dude.
Yeah, no, man. There's stories out there of like some hijabi women, getting harassed in the streets and all. Listen, I get it, bro. I get it. If you're a freedom-loving dude, man, and someone comes and fucks your place up, you're gonna talk shit. But what's like kind of off-putting is the fact that where we live is so diverse. If this shit happened in Kansas, I'd be like, all right, bro. Like, I get it. Kansas is all a bunch of country fed.
Arkansas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Especially Arkansas, Alabama.
Yeah.
The cousin areas.
Right.
So.
Did you do the ring finger or the fucking finger? Or both?
So, but Jersey's, it just sucks because, like I said, there's so many different cultures out there.
Dude, I'm sorry to hear that, bro, but I'm glad that you're saying it because one of the things I like that the crowd takes away is education, bro.
Yeah.
So they know not to like fucking stereotype people right off the top because I'm guilty of stereotyping, especially suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder when I left Iraq.
Mm-hmm.
When did the idea of joining the United States military pop in your head?
I wasn't exactly the model student, son, boyfriend, nothing growing up. I was a total turd, dude.
Define turd, man. Ditching school, drinking beer.
Yeah, ditching school. I was never a drug guy ever, thank God. But yeah, ditching school. I mean, my senior year, dude, I graduated with like a 1 point something. Terrible. I just wasn't on the right path, wasn't on the right track. Starting to like get in trouble, cops bringing me home, cops calling my parents. And then my dad had a conversation with me and he's like, dude, you got to do something. I was the kid my freshman year, I swear to God, bro, first day of school. You remember that movie Animal House?
Yeah.
Belushi, he had the shirt college.
Right.
I wore a shirt that said community college.
Okay.
Like I was a JUCO bound fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a total turd growing up. Total turd.
It's funny that your dad's like, hey, you got to do something, man, because that's totally typical.
He didn't even give me much time, though. Like, can you give me time to get in trouble? Like,
Yeah.
He snapped me out of it right away. So I went down to Patterson, New Jersey on Main Street, and Sergeant First Class Serrano, who's now, he's an ICE, I think he works for Homeland Security in ICE. He's the one that recruited me, 82nd Airborne guy.
But did you go straight to the Army? Did you know you wanted to go Army?
So I have family that were Army. So my one cousin was 10th Mountain, retired NYPD detective.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he was a 10th Mountain guy, but he was a Charlie though.
The grunt's a grunt, but I hear you.
But he calls it smart infantry.
Well, I hear that too.
Yeah.
But you don't even get to pick in basic.
No.
Yeah.
No, you just get streamlined wherever.
Right.
But yeah, so I had family in the military. My uncle served. I had another cousin that's from Cali, from I forget what city it was in California, but he was KIA'd in Iraq. He was 25th ID with 227 infantry.
Your cousin?
Yeah.
From California?
Yeah.
Was killed in action.
Yeah, 2006, October 3rd.
25th Infantry out of Hawaii? Or?
Yeah, Schofield, yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, Staff Sergeant Daniel Ishak. Yeah, he was killed in Iraq 06. Yeah. So he was like my mentor, man. When I was kind of in that depth phase, he like was on leave one day and he like ran me into the mud and beat the crap out of me.
DEP, delayed entry program.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you enlisted at what age and what year in high school?
I enlisted 1 month after my 18th birthday.
Okay.
Or I mean my 19th birthday. So I joined September 25th, 2005. And I left October 13th. So it was like 2 weeks, dude.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, bro. Trajectory was fast.
Now,
bro.
you said you graduated with a 1.0 GPA.
Yeah.
I'm sure you didn't score high on the ASVAB, or did you?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I was open to every job.
No way,
yeah,
bro.
I was in the mid 70s. I don't remember exactly.
Shit, I got a 39, man.
Yeah.
So a lot of people talk shit and say only dumb motherfuckers go to the infantry. But
Yeah.
clearly you scored high.
Yeah. No, I did.
What made you choose the infantry?
So my cousin that I just told you about that was NYPD.
Yeah.
I wanted to be an MP. Right?
Okay.
This is before I knew the shit.
Right.
So I wanted to be an MP, and he had just come home from Afghanistan. And I was like, yo, dude, I joined the army. And he's like, fucking, like, what are you going to be an MP for? And, told me to lay the land, and I immediately switched to 11 Bravo. So that was like, that was the turning point for me when he came back from Afghanistan.
So 05, we were already in both countries.
Yeah, Afghanistan 01, Iraq March 03.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you ever recall watching it on TV prior to you going?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely. What was the operation? I forget what the operation was called when they initially invaded Baghdad.
Shock and awe.
Shock and awe. Yeah, shock and awe.
March 2003.
Yeah, dude. I remember the first time was like ever televised an invasion of a war, dude. Invasion of a country. Crazy.
Correct. And then they captured Saddam. That was pretty big.
Yeah, they captured Saddam, dude, in December. I want to say December of 06.
No.
That's when they
03.
executed him. They executed him December of 06. We deployed in March of February of 07. It was like right after they had executed him. So Baghdad was hot, boy.
We're going to get there. We're going to get there, bro. We're going to get there because it was actually like Iraq went through its phases.
Yes.
The invasion, OIF-2, and then the surge, followed by whatever happened.
Can't forget about Fallujah and Ramadi, though.
Yeah,
Ramadi.
OIF-4.
Yeah.
Or OIF-2, 2004.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So, what unit were you in basic training?
Echo 258. The
House of Pain?
House of Pain, yeah.
Hell
right,
yeah, bro.
Right outside off of Sand Hill, I guess. It was like literally the last battalion before when you were going out to ruck out to the field.
What did you think of the initial training environment?
It was foreign. It was
Why?
totally foreign to me. I've never been through anything like that. I'm a city boy, dude. Like I'm living with a bunch of country motherfuckers from all over the place. I'm hearing accents for the first time. I'm seeing dudes that from different places all over the country. So everything was brand new. But I immersed myself in it, man. I loved every second of being an infantryman, dude. It was the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you go during the time period? Like, what month did you get there?
I got there October of 05.
Okay, that's not when they send you home for Christmas, or it is?
It is, yeah. I had that break.
Wow. How was that? So they send you home for Christmas.
Terrible, bro. Terrible.
I couldn't imagine doing that, bro.
Bro, I never in a million years thought like I'd get a break in boot camp.
Right.
But I did. And it was the worst because from September to December, I'm getting my ass whooped every day, dude. And they're like, all right, bro, go home. Like, wait,
so weird.
Oh, fuck. And as I come back, I still got like 6 weeks left.
Right.
So there's 6 weeks of torture because they knew we were all out fucking off, drinking, hanging out.
Eating like shit.
Fucking, yeah, it was terrible. And then the worst part was the piss test when we came back.
They actually had you guys piss test?
They piss tested us as soon as we got back from the airport. We went to the air where we form up.
Yeah.
And drop trow, dude.
That's a trip. I would have not even thought that they would. I would have thought they were trying to get as much people through the door as possible.
Hell no, bro. They piss tested us, and I think like 4 dudes got kicked out.
Weird, dude.
Yeah. Guys going home doing shit they shouldn't be doing. And
correct.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Yep. As the time you're going through basic, man, fucking House of Pain 258, are your drill sergeants combat veterans? Are they telling you like, hey, you're about to fucking go overseas?
Dude, I had Staff Sergeant Shanowski.
Okay.
some like 6'4" Polish dude with a psychopath, bro. And then I had this like 5'5" dude from Guam, Sergeant First Class LaRope. He was there. He was in Desert Storm.
Okay.
So homeboy had CIBs long before we even thought about him.
Right.
And he was another unhinged psychopath, man. Like, you know, they were still like beating us up a little bit.
Oh,
it was starting to die down. You know, we weren't getting no little push cards for the phones and shit. But
I hear you.
Yeah, dude, they were they were rough, man.
No, but it's great.
It is.
It's
Dude,
great, man.
Builds character.
It builds character, dude.
Yeah,
I use that same terminology.
Yeah, it builds character, man.
So you're a fucking hard-hitting fucking grunt.
Yeah.
Did you go home for hometown recruiting, or did you go to your unit right away?
No, I went straight to my unit. No, I didn't get to go
Which was
home.
where?
Fort Riley, Kansas.
1st Infantry Division.
4th Brigade, 1st Infantry Division, Fort Riley, Kansas. I was in 128 Infantry, Black Lions.
Well, are they mechanized?
No, we were the only light infantry brigade in the division.
I never had heard of a 1st Infantry Division light infantry, bro.
Dude, let me tell you something. When I talk to other veterans and I explain to them that I was light,
Okay.
they don't fucking believe it. I'm like, Google that shit, dude. We were a light infantry unit. We were the only ones in the division that were light infantry. Well, 118 and all these other units, they were all down the street. They got Bradleys, tanks, everything all over the place. We just had rucksacks.
For those that don't know, it's anything but light infantry, correct?
Yeah.
You're humping everything.
Everything. It's terrible. It's a good time, though. You're with your boys, but yeah, it sucks.
Bro, how much marching were you guys doing? Like, how much fucking rucking? Were you guys rucking to the range?
We were rucking everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere you can think of. We had this battalion commander, Lieutenant Colonel Pat Frank, who's now a 3-star general.
Okay.
He didn't believe in transportation to the range, transportation to the field, none of that.
So these fucking, dude, how much miles are we talking from point A to point B to point A?
So if you
C?
go over the hills and plains of Kansas,
Okay.
right, which it's like this, it's 3 miles. But you got an 80-pound sack on, and it's terrible.
A weapon.
And if you're gonna go tank trails, it's anywhere from 8 to 12. So pick your poison. You want to go 3 miles, you're going to be miserable. You want to go 10, 12, you're going to be miserable. Colonel Frank didn't give a fuck, dude. We're going to be the best battalion in Baghdad.
And what about your field exercises where you would spend numerous weeks or something out in the field?
There's, it's funny you bring this up, dude. There's one particular FTX that I will never forget for the rest of my life. It was called NAIs, right? Known Areas of Interest, right?
Okay.
I don't know why it's not KAI or whatever, but anyways. So it's NAI 1, 2, and 3, right? So we rucked out there. So we get to point 1. Point 2 is like 5 miles away. From point 2 to point 3, it's another 4, maybe. It was a little bit less, 3.5 to 4. But to get to point 1, it was like an 8-mile ruck. So we ended up rucking like 13, 14, I don't know the math right now, but it was some absurd number. And they're like, listen, you guys are good. You're going to have trans on the way back. You're straight. We ain't have shit, dude. So they gave us an option. You guys want to march it back 3 miles up and down the hills, or you guys want to go tank trails? We're like, fuck it. Let's just 3 miles and let's just get it over with.
You guys did the 3 miles?
We did the 3 miles. Bro, 3 miles is like, you look at an infantry unit, like fucking 3 miles ain't shit.
Did it break you guys off?
Bro, it broke everyone off.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, man. Everyone was hurting. Kansas is...
I don't even fucking think I've ever been there, bro. What is it, like hilly terrain?
Everything is hills, terrains, mountains. I mean, you name it, dude. And winter is winter. Summer is summer.
How cold are the winters?
Brutal.
Oh,
fucking brutal. Yeah, negatives.
Never knew that.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can Google Fort Riley shit, man. It'll come up. It's miserable.
So from the time that you hit your unit in Fort Riley, how long were you there until you shipped out to Baghdad?
So I got there in February of about a year, 12, 13 months. So we had a year train up.
What was the tempo like of the training? Were they long days?
So we would do 4 to 8 day field exercises, come back for a short stint, turn right back around. That was That was our thing. We did like short spurts, but consistent.
Short spurts, but consistent.
Yeah, like you know how like some units when
No,
they
I get it.
30 days, whatever. We didn't do any of that except for when we went out to Fort Irwin twice, NTC.
Okay.
So we did that 2 times, once as Op 4, once as Blue 4. But the training tempo was fast, like quick training, week or 2 in the field, and then come back to the rear for a week or 2. We just went back and forth.
And at this time, what type of training were you guys doing? Because when I went through basic, it was fucking Vietnam training.
Yes.
Bounding through wood lines.
Yeah.
Until the army realized, hey, we got to change our tactics.
No, when I went through basic, it was similar.
I went through?
Yeah, it was similar to what you went through. There was a little bit of urban assault stuff.
Because then it went full urban assault.
And then now I can only imagine they probably got shoot houses in there now.
Correct.
But when I was training at Riley, like it was good, man. It was a little bit of that Vietnam touch to it, but we still did.
At Riley, did you guys have any live firehouses?
Not that I don't think no.
Germany did. It was cool as fuck. Bro.
Yeah, I never did a live fire in a shoot. No, wait, no. In NTC we did. Not in NTC. Not at Riley. Yeah.
Okay. You landed in Kuwait first?
Yeah. Camp Buring?
Which one?
Camp Buring.
Buring.
Yeah.
Okay, we were in Camp New York, middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, same.
You guys were in the middle of nowhere too?
Yeah, dude. You just stare at you like, what the fuck, bro?
Now, when you were in Kuwait, did you guys train?
Yeah. Trained, ruck marches, PT, fucking
PT.
Yeah,
bro.
swear to God, man. My platoon sergeant was some psycho from the 75th Ranger Regiment, man.
As much as that sounds like it sucks, it's actually so beneficial, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, because you could sit there and eat fucking dumplings all day in the chow.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, you need to train like that prior to going to war.
Yeah, they called it acclimation training.
Correct.
It was. I mean, it sucked, but we did it.
Did you guys have orders to go to Baghdad already?
So this was interesting, man. My parents found out I was going to Iraq before I did. So we came back for our second cycle of NTC as Blue 4. Look, bro, we have an idea we're going, right? The surge is like it's like right there, dude, right? But we're tucked away in California at Irwin, and we don't have access to shit.
Right.
So we get our phones back at the end, and everyone's checking their shit, and people are getting calls from their wives. At that time, President Bush had announced, or someone from the DOD had announced the surge units deploying, and we were on that list. So, when I called my dad, he knew. He's like, "Yeah, I know you're going." I'm like, "All right, cool, man. I'll be home for leave soon."
Now, when you got the news that you were going to Iraq, how did you feel?
I was excited, man, because I knew I was gonna be helpful.
Okay.
Not just as an infantryman, but as someone that knows the culture, knows the communities, knows the people, knows the language. So for me, it was like I was even more jacked up to be going.
Now, was your unit utilizing you as an asset prior to you deploying?
So it's interesting. We had an interpreter in our unit. We did. We went through a couple civilian interpreters, and once they experienced what an IED felt like, they're like, "Fuck this! I quit." And then they would just stay back in their rear and do intel shit. So we ended up getting like an actual 09 Lima, like a specialist, like an E4.
Shit. That's a trip.
Yeah, Moroccan. He's actually one of my best friends. He's like a big shot in the VA in DC now. His name's Jay. It's my boy. He was with us. So he would do all the translating with the battalion commander and anybody else. Like, he was very like, this dude should have been an 11 Bravo. I tell him all the time he should have been. But a lot of the stuff that I would do is, whenever the officers go to their little town hall meetings and all this other bullshit, I would kind of float in the background just listening to everybody kind of talking, see who's gonna, because it was a surge, man. Surge was terrible. So it was realistic to hear 2 elders saying like, "Oh, are these IEDs implanted yet?"
So you're talking about in Iraq?
In Iraq, yeah.
Okay, I'm talking about like, did your unit, before you guys deployed, know your history, know your capabilities?
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Did they start? No, we'll get there.
Yeah.
But did they start implementing your training then?
I started being used in that regard when we were in NTC. That's
NTC.
when, yeah.
Okay,
so
cool.
I'd already been in my unit for a year.
Cool.
And then dudes finally like, oh shit, man, this guy.
This is fucking.
Yeah, and NTC has real role players.
I've never been there, but.
Oh yeah, no, they have like refugees from different Middle Eastern countries.
What'd you do? Start yelling at a motherfucker in your language?
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
like,
they're like, what
oh,
the
shit.
fuck, dude? You speak? I look like a white boy, dude. You know? And they're like, what?
Dude, we could use this guy.
Yeah. So I got the attention pretty quick
cool.
from the uppers.
That's good, dude.
Yeah.
So now you were in fucking Kuwait. How did you get to Baghdad? Humvee or
no, we
convoy?
took a C-130.
So you flew in.
Yeah, we flew into combat landing at Biop, and then Humvee straight to the FOB.
So at that point, fucking Iraq was on fire, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was from the rip, literally from the rip. Like on left seat, right seat rides, it was on and popping.
When you walk me through the first moments. You land, you get convoyed somewhere. What FOB camp did you ultimately end up at?
So we landed in Biop. From there, obviously, my battalion, actually my whole brigade, ended up at FOB Falcon.
Okay.
Which is just south of Route Irish. So from there, like we had checkpoint 543. So, you know, if you look at a map of Baghdad, there's like a half circle in the middle of the city. So we had that whole half circle and everything south. It was the Rashid district, Northwest Rashid. And then right on the outside of where Biop is where our AO ended. So we were in a pretty like rough section because Route Irish, everything south of Route Irish was Shia Muslims, which was Jaish al-Mahdi, and everything north of Route Irish was Al-Qaeda, Sunni Muslims.
Which was you guys?
No, we were south.
Oh, you guys were south.
So we had the Shia Muslims, and they're gangster.
Who was that? Was that Muqtada al-Sadr?
Muqtada al-Sadr, yeah.
Where was Haifa Street in relation to all this?
Haifa Street was not in my AO.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
But Muqtada al-Sadr and all those other guys were operating in your AO.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they call them jam special group, like special groups.
Wow.
Is what they called them. They had like their own, like, I guess the Iraqi equivalent, but I would say less than a Ranger regiment.
So they weren't your just regular ragtag fucking insurgent.
No. I mean, no.
Motherfuckers were with it.
Yeah, they were with it. Yeah, 100%.
So talk to me about your right seat, left seat. What unit did you guys replace?
We didn't replace a unit. We inserted. So we got attached to 1st Cavalry.
Okay.
And they kind of showed us a little bit of what's going on in the AO, and then we just took over.
How long had they been in the AO?
I want to say maybe it was like 6 months. They weren't there that much longer than us.
But were they there long enough to get fucked up or see some shit?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Everyone did. Yeah, dude. I mean, we got there March. We had our first. I want to say end of March, kind of beginning of April. We lost our first 3 guys almost immediately on an IED strike on Route Irish. So it was for us. We had to transition
Were
very
you on patrol
quick.
then?
Yeah.
You were on that patrol?
I wasn't on that patrol. My platoon responded to it.
What type of vehicles were you guys' units using?
We had just gotten those new up armored Humvees. They were like they weren't the stuff, they weren't the soft shell doors or even the little bit of thick steel. No, these things were like heavy duty,
big ass turret, like up
yeah,
in the
huge
top.
turret. The glass was super thick and heavy, and yeah, it was like the newer version of the Humvees for that era.
Eventually, would EFPs creep into your guys'
EFPs
AO?
were with us from the start.
From the start,
dude.
So could you describe to the crowd what's the difference between an IED, improvised explosive device, and a EFP?
So an IED traditionally is like a 155 round or any type of shitty Soviet projectile that they've stolen from Kuwait or something. It's always like some type of like mortar looking munition.
Artillery round.
Yeah, artillery round or whatever. So, they'll tie them up, put them together, daisy chain them or however, or they started getting slick. Remember the old CD players, the IRs?
I didn't see it with a CD player.
Yeah, it was like the little IR. Like
we had the garage door openers.
Yeah.
IRs.
Okay, so stuff like that would detonate deep buried IEDs, but the survivability rate on those things was better than what we were introduced to with the EFPs. So the easiest way to describe an EFP is you take like a chock full of nuts can, right? That circular can, stuff it with HME, and then you put like a cone, like a wide cone cylinder type of thing to cover it. And what happens is they do multiple arrays of them. So it'll be like 4, 3, 2, 1. And now you're getting hit with essentially 4, 3, 2, what's that, 7 or 8 EFPs in one shot.
Damn, dude.
And these things, man, so they come in, they look like a cone, right? And then when they detonate, they come outwards. So it's a projectile. And it slices through our vehicles like nothing.
It was slicing through M1 Abrams, I heard. Tanks.
Oh, yeah. Dude, even like reactive armor wasn't really working that well against it. Like, it'll fuck you up. And those things are terrible, man. It's probably their most, it is their most effective weapon. And then obviously once that, then you got secondary, right? RPGs or small arms fire. I mean, it wasn't easy.
Hey, Warriors, if you haven't already signed up for our all-new website, HectorBravoShow.com, make sure you sign up at the link below, HectorBravoShow.com, to watch explicit, uncensored, never-before-seen prison footage. With that, love you. Keep pushing forward. VBIDs?
They did, but it was more, the VBIDs came from the Sunnis with Al-Qaeda.
Okay.
So they would just drive into like markets where all the Shias were shopping and trying to get food and shit.
Yeah.
And just detonate.
I don't know why, but I'm getting anxiety talking about all these fucking explosives, bro.
Yeah, man. It's scary, dude. Scary shit.
So, you said you guys lost 3 platoon members immediately.
No, 3 unit members. There were guys in our
3
unit
unit members immediately. Mm-hmm. And then how did the tempo pick up from there? And what were you guys doing? Were you guys doing route patrol raids at night?
Yeah, so we were doing just basic combat patrols during the day, just trying to, you know how it is, man. Meet and greet, kiss the baby, say hello, give them soccer balls, and try to hope we get some intel from somebody. That's something that's credible, because at that time there was already a target list that's been established, right? You're always getting intel from other units. So we would just do our best to try to execute on those missions, right? At nighttime, we would do the raids and the missions and stuff as they came. But for the most part, primarily, man, we were just literally on patrol every single day, every day.
Did you guys patrol at night also?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'd patrol at night, patrol during the day. I was in our, after NTC, I got called in by my battalion commander and battalion CSM, and they asked me to be in a scout platoon. So I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
Did you?
Yeah, hell yeah. I took it right away. But unbeknownst to me, the scout platoon was going to get divvied up as PSD for the battalion for 6 and 7.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the other guys were going to be doing recon missions. So
okay.
Yeah. So half of our platoon was with the CSM and the BC.
Right.
And then the other half was doing they were doing their thing on their own.
Which half were you on?
I was on the PSD side.
Okay.
So, which was, I thought was going to suck, because I didn't know how big the balls were that my
You thought it was going to suck because you thought you weren't going to get action.
Oh, yeah, I was terrified of not getting action.
Correct.
But
real quick, elaborate on that, man, because maybe somebody wouldn't understand why the fuck would any man or young man want to face death.
Well, we joined the greatest fraternity in the world, dude. We joined the infantry. Fucking EIB. You know what I mean? Yeah. I want my CIB. I want the driver's license. And I got scared that I wasn't going to get it. And that era of like blanket awards for platoons, that shit came to an end because people were getting exposed.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
So my unit, like, I'm like, listen, man, I don't want no one to ever get hurt, but we got to earn our stripes, dude. We can't go back stateside without our CIB, dude.
So your motivating factor was your combat infantry badge?
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
I'm not knocking you, bro, because we all wanted that shit.
Yeah, we all wanted, everybody.
You know, I didn't even know what one was until like halfway through basic when we realized there was something on our drill sergeant's fucking.
Yeah, absolutely. And then when they explained it, you're like, oh, I got to get in that club. That's a nice club to be in.
Right?
Yeah, it's the best. I got a tattoo down my whole forearm.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro. I got my shit back here.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy Hinks has one tattooed too. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So, oh, shit. So, here you are getting attached to the command sergeant major and the battalion commander, and
Yeah.
you're thinking, oh man, I'm just gonna be fucking riding around with these guys all day.
Yeah, that's what I thought initially.
Well, what did it turn out to be?
They're psychopaths.
They were
Yeah, one was from the 101st, the battalion commander from the 101st.
former combat infantry.
Oh, yeah. They both were, both of them. And my sergeant major, he came from Alaska. He was a big Alaska guy. And you know, those guys, they ran through the mud with deployments. So they were very seasoned leaders. And in the beginning, I was like a little nervous being around a battalion commander. You know,
Right.
I'm fucking E3, bro.
Yeah.
And I have a skill set that nobody in my platoon has, but I don't want to use it. I don't want to be a fucking interpreter.
I hear you.
You know, like I went to Fort Benning. I didn't go to
I hear you.
wherever they went, right?
Right.
These other guys. So that's what I was afraid of. And thankfully, like, he was a good enough boss to let me do my thing, let me be an infantryman, but hey man, just keep your ears open.
Now, when you say that, were you able to get detached and go out on other patrols if you chose to?
Yeah, I got used by a couple other units.
So you were?
Yeah.
So you were getting yours. You were
Yeah.
like, okay.
That actually ended up being the best thing that could have
I
happened.
bet, dude.
Yeah.
I bet being around those types of leaders, because those type of leaders, I'm sure you'd agree, are rare.
Oh, yeah.
Almost non-existent in 2025.
100%. And he is I'm still in contact with him till today.
What are some leadership, not abilities, but like qualities that you've seen from him?
Responsiveness, man, acknowledgement, care. He put himself before everybody. Like the man wouldn't sleep. It was the scariest thing. Like, I almost thought he was a zombie, dude. Like, the guy would not sleep. He's on his emails when he's back in the rear, constantly trying to see, connect with the other units that are out there. He cared so much. And anytime anybody got wounded or anyone was killed in action, he made it a point, like, every single time to be there. If we had let's just say our Alpha company got hit or something, we're going. If Bravo got hit, we're going. He didn't listen on the radio and give direction on the radio. He was on the ground. I mean, I've been in gunfights with him where he's literally right next to me, and my job is to protect him as his PSO.
Right.
But we're both slinging lead, dude. And he's a fucking lieutenant colonel, right? Like,
dude, that's hard as fuck,
man.
bro.
Those type of leaders, man, they're like the Patton of this generation, dude. The MacArthurs, like, he's a legend, bro. Legend.
Was he smart about going out? I mean, he wasn't just recklessly trying to go out and get you into.
Wasn't reckless, super calculated, knew what to do, when to do it. Like, very on point. And his battlefield rhythm was insane.
What would the terrain look like? Like neighborhoods or?
Yeah, it was I mean, you had your mahalas, right? Like the whatever, the sand style concrete that they would use their houses in, but we also had giant apartment complexes as well.
No way.
Yeah,
dude.
we were in we were in the city. So we had the apartments. We had a bunch of neighborhoods with regular houses. Saddam's former generals, like all the generals, like their area where they lived, like their quarters, like all castles and shit was in our area, but totally blown out. But yeah, we had, it was a nice mixture. Like, behind our compound was like a whole mess of apartment complexes. In front of our compound was all neighborhoods.
From your compound, did you guys ever take like direct fire from the neighboring neighborhoods, or was it always just out on patrol?
No. We would get mortared, we'd get rocketed. They would shoot at our towers. We had one gunfight in particular, man, where it was like from sun up to sundown. Like, it just depends what day of the week it is and how much ammo they got. If they're about it, they're gonna line up in different windows in all the neighborhoods, and they're gonna start shooting at us. That's just what they did.
Did you guys ever go to the point of origin for the mortars that they would launch on you guys to try to find?
We would, dude. We'd find the skids. We'd find all that shit, but they're gone by then.
Absolutely.
Dude. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna find these guys.
Right.
You know? You'll walk around and knock on some doors like, hey, did you guys see this? They're like, yeah. But they were gone so fast. All right, bro. All right, Siddiqui. Take care.
Alibaba.
Yeah,
No, Sila.
yeah.
No,
No,
Sila.
mister. No, mister.
No, no. You see Sila?
Yeah, yeah.
No, Sila.
Yeah, no slah, no slah.
So when you said you would go out and they would be with the elders, you said you would overhear them talking about IEDs or something?
Yeah, so a big part of my job when I was rolling with the BC was, the interpreter would do his thing, and I would try to gather intel on the other side, right? Just walking, acting like I was some dumb jundi, right? Standing there pulling security, but I'm listening to all the side conversations.
And what kind of stuff would you hear?
Oh, dude, they would talk so much shit about us.
Like what, bro?
Oh, they'd make fun of us. Look at these guys. Look at this. Oh, yeah, dude, it's the same shit that we would do if someone was in our country and they didn't know our language. Like, fuck this guy, dude. But that's what they would do. And there wasn't any particular instance where, like, there was something waiting for us when we left. There was just a lot of them saying, like, if I ever get a chance to kill you, I'm gonna do it. It's just shit talk with their buddies. That's really essentially what it was. But when I would hear that, I'd snatch him the fuck up and take him out of the room. So I had like he gave me fair game. You hear something, pull him out, and then he would come out and talk to him.
Now, Iraq was a very tricky place, bro. It was like chasing ghosts. You didn't know who the fuck was who.
No.
Did you guys have Iraqi police, Iraqi National Guard? Were some of those guys in the house that were just talking trash? Were some of them bad dudes?
No, they were just the local elders.
Okay.
Yeah, because the IPs, so you had the Iraqi police and national police, then you had the Iraqi army, and the Iraqi army there was like the Kurdish army, then the Shia army, and the Sunni army. There were so many branches of defense, or if you want to call it that, all over the place, man. But for the first little more than half of my deployment, we had the Kurds with us.
Interesting.
Thank God, bro, because we ended up getting the Shias after, and they were just disasters.
Oh, I feel you.
Yeah, man, they're the fucking worst, soldier-wise. Half of them are Jaish al-Mahdi to begin with.
Right.
But working with the Kurds was great because they're not Arabs, they're Kurds, they're Kurdish. So they have a different mentality. Right. They got a different way of thinking, speaking, everything.
I'm just surprised that those Kurds that far down south.
Well, at that point, they had integrated the militaries because the Kurds were originally the Peshmerga.
Okay.
So they, that was they had that like Aladdin style uniform with the baggy pants and shit. Now they're wearing DCUs. Good. You know what I mean? So they looked like soldiers, but dude, they were incredible to work with. They were the best partner that we could have had in that era.
What were some fucking like wild or sketchy moments that you encountered where you're like, holy shit?
Well, I never really spoke Arabic out in the streets, but we used to give out these like little paper business cards with our cell phone number on it if they want to pass intel. And we'd give, dude, everyone in Northwest Rashid had one of those. Everybody. So the phone would be ringing like crazy. Oh, this guy's got this guy's got that. There was a period of time where they were stealing chlorine from like the pools.
Who was stealing chlorine? The insurgents?
The insurgency, yeah. So primarily, in my AO, it was primarily Jaish al-Mahdi. So they were stealing the chlorine, but what they were doing was they were attaching chlorine to the IEDs.
Of course.
So you're burning and drowning at the same time.
Like chlorine bombs.
Yeah. It was fucking terrible. And I remember at that time during this whole little chlorine phase, the guy that told us about the chlorine was very involved with several different. He's your typical snitch, fucking rat fuck, right?
Got you.
Typical
Tracking.
Yeah, there was an Iraqi army soldier, Kurdish kid, that got kidnapped when we were in Baghdad. He tried to go to a brothel, right?
Okay.
And he gets snatched up by Jam. And they take him. So I'm calling our sources that I know have given us like legit intel, because like when we're on our compound, I would speak in Arabic and they just didn't know it was me.
Okay.
Because I never spoke it really to them. I would a little bit. Certain guys that like I fucked with, I would speak Arabic with them in person, but a lot of the phone stuff, they never knew who I was. So I called him up, the chlorine guy. He knows me. Like he knows I speak Arabic. He knows who I am and everything. And I'm like, hey, man, you hear anything about this like Iraqi soldier that got kidnapped or whatever? He's like, I can't really talk about it. I'm like, listen, bro, It's like, we're gonna have fucking drones on top, UAV. We're gonna have UAVs on top. We're tracking your number. I'm just talking shit.
Right.
And I didn't think nothing of it. He didn't give me nothing. And then like 15, 20 minutes later, the cell phone rings. I pick up in like the Arabic tone. I'm like, hello, right? And it's like a white dude on the line. Put your battalion commander on the phone, or put your commander on the phone. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, dog, not gonna happen. Who are you? And then, he told me who he was, but didn't tell me like who he was. Told me his name was Jeremy. I'll never forget that name, Jeremy, because it scared the shit out of me. So Jeremy is speaking to me and shitting on me. I want to speak to your commander. Give me your VoIP, the voice over IP number, or the SIPRnet phone number, whatever. I gave it to him. After I confirmed with my BC, I'm like, hey, sir, I think I fucked up. This guy wants to speak to you. So he ends up calling. I guess I threatened this guy. Apparently, I had given up national security. He was just trying to, I feel like he was just trying to intimidate me, because I told this dude, like, hey, we're tracking you. We're going to.
Who was he?
He was.
Who was Jeremy?
Jeremy ended up being agency. He was CIA.
No fucking way, bro.
Yeah.
What were you, a PFC?
Yeah, it was a PFC.
Here you are.
Yeah.
Here you are.
Responsibilities, dog.
Here you are threatening what I was with a CIA informant.
He was a CIA snitch, 100%, dude.
I mean, motherfucker probably like, hey, fucking.
Yeah. He must have called him and was like, this guy's threatening to kill me. And dude, that's just how we talked to them back then.
Well, that's how you, buddy. That's how you talk to your friends.
Yeah. So he calls my BC and he tells him, like, if he's going to be talking to people on the phone, like, he shouldn't be, saying what type of weapons we use or what type of assets we have. So he didn't like yell at me. He's like, just don't do that again. I'm like, all right, Roger, sir. Too easy, right? But what was interesting, he sent us an op order to go pick up this Iraqi soldier. This guy that called my cell phone knew exactly where this kidnapped Iraqi soldier was. Sent us a 10-digit grid, way out of our AO. We had to leave in the middle of the night, go pick up this kid. There was very specific, detailed instructions. If you take contact, do not return contact, shit like that. Get your guy and get the fuck out. And we went there, and it was.
So what do you think happened on the other end of the line? You think like Jeremy asked the Iraqi, like, hey, what the fuck is he talking about? Give me the information.
No, what my thought is, this agency guy is very well aware of this missing soldier, Iraqi soldier,
right?
And it's just the government not giving a fuck.
Correct. Just sitting on a fucking mission.
Yeah, sitting on a guy that's getting his ass whooped by whoever took him, and that was it. But we got him.
Dude, that is fucking nuts,
yeah,
bro.
We took that drive and we got him. We brought him back. The Kurds took him.
Did you go out there on that mission?
Yeah. It was my platoon with the battalion commander and the battalion CSM.
Pretty sure you could write a book on just that operation alone.
That operation alone, bro, was the most terrifying thing I've ever been on, because it wasn't in Baghdad anymore. It was completely out of our AO.
How far?
Bro, it was like an hour and a half drive. It was completely.
Do you remember
out
what
of
direction you fucking went?
It was southwest of Baghdad. And it was like brush, real high brush. It was a rural area, legit clay huts, like not like the Baghdad huts. And it was like I don't know who was operating in that AO. I don't know if it was Al Qaeda or Jam, but fair game.
Did you see the victim?
The soldier?
Yeah.
I'm the one that got out of the Humvee and put him in my Humvee.
What was he doing?
He had a bag over his head and he was bound. The guy
Walk me through this shit, bro. This is the fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah. So we take the drive down.
Okay.
It's a very rural area.
It's nighttime.
Yeah, it's 2-3 in the morning.
Absolutely.
So it's a very rural area. We got brush coming up real high up on the Humvee. And
are you driving blacked out with nods?
Yeah, blacked out with nods. Can't really see anything else. Like, there's no buildings there. So it's literally like a remote little village.
Right.
And part of the instructions was, if you take contact, do not return contact. So in my head, it's like,
I wonder what the thought process behind
well,
that
the thought process is probably someone in there is working with this Jeremy character, right? So whatever, that's fine. We just want to get this guy and look good. Like,
correct.
I talked a lot of shit. I got to back it up.
Right.
So we get to, like, remember, the point of this entire, not one of the key elements of this op was, If you take contact, do not return contact. Bro, we get there. There's dudes on the roof with PKCs, guys sitting up like on crates with RPGs like leaned up against the wall. It was like lawless. There was no Iraqi police. There was no electricity. There was nothing. It was just a remote little section of Iraq. We get to exactly where the 10-digit grid was. I jump out of the Humvee with the interpreter and one more guy. And, bro, they open the door. They let this dude out. We fucking pat search him real quick, take his sandbag off his head, confirmed his name, put him in a Humvee, and we left.
So
weird, and these
dude.
guys were literally, dude, I'm standing 4 feet away from an RPG that just leaned up against the wall. And it was...
I don't know what that was, bro. Like, what type of government mission that was, bro?
That was kind of the start of, like, where I was, like, question, like, WMDs? Like, start
what kind
questioning...
of green zone? Like the movie Green Zone, bro?
Yeah. You start questioning shit, dude. And, for me, like, it's not a crazy op. You go in, it's like you're picking up a bagel and you leave. Like, It wasn't nothing... There was nothing, like...
No, it was the circumstances all around it.
Yeah, exactly. Everything that built up to how we got this kid back was just...
Did he seem grateful?
Oh yeah, dude. He was crying. He was happy as hell. But the Kurds whooped his ass, boy. Yeah, it's AWOL. So they beat him up pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, because he went to the brothel.
Yeah, he was trying to get laid.
Hey, talk to me about brothels. Well, did they exist?
Nothing that I ever came across.
But did they exist?
In Iraq?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? The Perfume Palace apparently was.
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
where I was at, I never even heard of anything like that.
This kid leaving to go to a brothel was like the first time I've ever heard of a brothel being even a possibility. And during that time, especially.
Right.
But I know Saddam had a palace that he would bring.
I'm sure Saddam back in the day. I'm talking about when we were there, like.
The only time I've heard of a brothel was when this kid decided to just walk off the compound.
And then the Kurds just beat his fucking ass,
Yeah,
bro?
they beat his ass, put him in their cell, in their jail cell, the little makeshift jail cell, and I don't know what happened to him afterwards. Yeah. I do know when we did drop off some detainees in there one time, he was missing eyebrows. They shaved his eyebrows.
Did you ever have to do detainee guard in that facility?
No, I would go and speak to the detainees though.
And how did they look?
Fucked up. Yeah, dude. These guys love fucking butt stocking motherfuckers, dude.
Who, the Kurds?
The Kurds, man. That's their favorite thing to do is just stomp you out with the butt stock of their AK.
They had AKs?
Yeah. Dude, they're
I don't know why we're laughing, bro, but it's true.
Because they're crazy, bro. Like, they're crazy. Listen, someone takes a pop shot at us, right? 3Ds, right? Distance, direction, description. You take a pop shot at these guys, every single one of them is shooting in a 360.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what used to be our ROE back in the day, bro.
Yeah, bro. Things changed for us, but not for them, apparently, man, because they were nuts, man. It was a sad day when they left us. It was a sad day, man. They were very helpful, man.
I bet, bro.
They would beat the intel out of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm tracking, bro. I'm tracking 100%. So like, damn, dude, that's fucking hilarious, bro. I mean, there's nothing funny about beating people up, but I got the visual, I got the audio. It's like I'm there, bro.
You know those like dirty ass tiles they use there? Shit, the ground's all fucked up and like.
Would you agree that they scream? They like.
Oh yeah.
Too much, bro. I think they go over the top. They put a scene on sometimes.
Yeah, the screaming is just extra.
Like, I'm like not even hitting you that hard.
Yeah, dude.
Bro.
Like shut the fuck up, dude. It's. Like, I'm slapping you, bro.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
From what I heard. Yeah, bro.
Dude, it's interesting.
Shit, dude. So, what else are you guys doing, man? You guys are like fucking, are you guys doing any route convoys?
So, we wouldn't do any route convoys. Like I said, a lot of our stuff was just regular combat patrols. Obviously, we had route clearance going out there and doing their thing every day, which God bless those guys, man, because you know, they color our roads, right? Like green, red, black, whatever. So God bless those guys, man. But as far as like any type of convoys where we're like doing
none of that.
Nah, man. Everything was very intel gathering, combat patrols. Let's try to figure out a raid. Yeah.
Bro. What about civilian on civilian violence?
Constantly.
Talk to me about that.
Because it's Sunni versus Shia, right? The dividing line. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good, bro. The
dividing
studios.
So the dividing line is Route Irish. Our attack company was on literally Route Irish. And the Sunnis on the other side of Irish would shoot at the Shias on this side of Irish. And then we're stuck in, or our attack company was stuck in the middle. So they couldn't decipher, like, shit, are they shooting at us or are they shooting at each other? It's just a very weird
Wild West.
We're in the middle of their civil war. Like, yeah, they want to kill us. Don't get me wrong. Kill an American. Yo, yeah, 72 virgins, baby. But like, but with them, like,
who had the priority? Who would they rather kill, the opposition or an American?
That's a great question. But if I had to guess,
From your perspective,
being that I'm Muslim, and if I can think like them, I'd say killing an American.
Really?
Yeah, because if I tell you right now, like, if I grew up where my parents grew up, and the infidels came, like, oh, bro, I'm arming up, dog. Like, it's happening.
Now, being Muslim, and fuck, bro, even me being an American, I think the majority of Americans now understand that, first of all, that war was a bunch of bullshit, lies.
Yeah.
But can you see their point of view of taking arms against us, the invaders?
I do now.
Now.
Yeah,
can you see that?
Yeah, now, 100%. Absolutely. Like,
Do you blame them?
No. I'm not even mad at these guys.
Exactly, bro.
Because, man, listen, bro, I live on a coast, right?
Yeah.
So do you. So if someone's flying in, or like I got some naval ship coming, bro, I'm going to the hood, man. Let's arm up, dude.
Absolutely.
We're gonna revolutionize against this foreigner.
But what was your mindset when you were boots on the ground?
When I was boots on the ground, my mindset was, I have to be very particular in how I word this, because my mom might watch this, right? No, I'm just kidding. But so for me, it was very personal, not in a sense because my family lives a 4-hour drive away from Baghdad, but because my cousin was just killed there.
Okay.
So for me, it was like fucking
back.
Game on, dude.
Right.
Listen, I get we're in a war, but you killed my boy, dude.
Right.
That was my fucking mentor. So any chance I got to give someone the business, I gave it to him.
Yeah.
Without hesitation.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You have to. You got receipts, bro. Killed my family, bro. So in that regard, yeah, like my excitement was I get to get payback for my cousin. That was very important for me. And then on the other hand, I also was cognizant that, listen, I'm not ever going to put my hands on an Iraqi mom, right? But when her son is, chopped up from a 50 cal and she's picking up his body, like that scream that she's giving is the same type of scream my mother would give.
Absolutely.
So for me, like a lot of that stuff it would fuck with me while I was out there. Like it's nasty, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we're talking about the fun shit and everything. I think I caught, Iraq paid me back when I came home. They didn't hurt me physically when I was there. It hurt me mentally when I came home.
When you were in Iraq, what was the most traumatic experience that you experienced?
It's tough to say, man. I really did turn off my brain when I went out there. The violence, the violence part of it really never affected me. My issue with
your violence or their violence?
Any side. My issue was like the identity part. Like, I am these people,
okay,
but I'm with these people.
Okay.
That's where my trauma lies.
Dang, dude. Can you elaborate on that?
This is the easiest way to put it for someone to understand. I'm not white enough for the white boys. I'm not Muslim enough for the Muslims. Right?
I see you as a fucking American, though, bro. But I understand you are a Muslim and
Yeah.
you have a love for your religion and faith.
Yeah, 100%. But you got to understand. Listen, my boys are never going to turn their back on me.
Never.
Right? Never. But they might not question me, but they'll question someone else like me.
Correct.
When I'm with them, right? When I'm with my community, you're the guy that went overseas and fought against Muslims.
Right, dude.
So for me, it was always a battle on how do I fit in? You almost got to be.
Here's the kicker, though. You are you.
100%. And I'll tell a motherfucker to fuck off, dude. Like, I don't.
You got the best of both worlds, not the worst of both worlds.
I'm starting to realize that little by little, working with my therapist, that I do have the best of both worlds, but that's going to be a very long process for me to kind of come to terms with, because like my mom was on vacation, like summer vacation in Jordan when I was in Iraq. Like my mom was 4-hour drive away from me, and it was like, she's right there, dude. She's right. I can literally pay one of these Iraqis $50. I'll throw on some garb and I'll bounce. You know, like that's, my brain would go there. Obviously, I never did that, but like, dude, it fucks with you, man. It really does, bro. The identity portion of you know, my circumstance is something that like has affected me tremendously throughout the years. Yeah. And I came home in 2008, you know. So
ultimately, how long was that deployment?
It was just under 16 months or 15
16 months?
Yeah, it was like 15, 16. It was like in between there.
Did you get an R&R?
Yeah, I got an R&R, I want to say 4 or 5 months in.
Did you go home or to Qatar, or where'd you go?
I went home, quick turnaround, 2 weeks, came back. But we were only supposed to be there for 9 months. We ended up getting extended twice to go Army. And yeah, so I had, you know, a little bit shy of 11, 12 months left on my deployment. And yeah, so I was running and gunning the whole time I came back. So it was like really like broken up. Like I had the first part of my deployment, came back, and I thought I had the back half. I ended up
only the half.
Yeah, I came back at day one.
Right.
Like, so I had a full year left.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Bad, bro.
So towards, I want to say about a little over halfway through that, I'll never forget my chaplain called me in. He's like, "Yeah, dude, we're gonna send you to Qatar, man.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not doing well. We're gonna send you over." So they sent me over to Qatar for a couple days. I literally sat in a tent, got my 2 beers a day, and was just waiting to go back.
Okay.
Yeah, it was bullshit.
Another question I was gonna ask you was, you were there for 16 months.
Yeah.
R&R. When the stop loss, that's what I was gonna ask you. Did you have stop loss dudes in your unit?
I did, yeah. They came from the BSB and the support battalions. They had a couple guys get called back or kept over. No one in particular, like in my platoon specifically, but you know, we'd go to the yard where the mechanics were fixing our Humvees, and there was a couple
maintenance bay.
Yeah, there was a couple guys in there that were stop lost and miserable as hell, just fucking angry at the world.
How was the chow where you guys were at on the?
So whenever we did go back to the fob, it was nice. Yeah, it was beautiful because you're on the fob and all the fobbits are there. I got green bean coffee.
When you were not on the fob, where were you?
On our JSS, we had a combat outpost.
Where?
In the city.
You failed to mention that, bro.
Oh yeah, no.
So what was that like?
This whole time we were operating from within Baghdad. It was like we were like a professional QRF.
What was that like, bro? That's fucking nuts. See, I didn't deal with that shit. We operated out of a fob.
Oh no,
not a fucking house or a combat out. What was it? A house? A
no,
building?
it was we took over like 3 buildings, put T-walls around it, towers, and that was it.
And what would you guys eat?
We had mermites delivered.
Mermites?
Yeah, mermites were delivered and MREs. And you remember that canned chili with you poke the holes in it to get it warm?
Yeah.
I must have ate about 1,000 of those things.
Fuck, what the fuck, bro? So
Yeah.
like, it's not that large of a living quarters.
No, it's tiny.
And what were you guys shitting in?
We had porta-johns.
You guys had porta-johns.
Yeah.
And would the shit sucker come and suck the fucking shit
Yeah,
once a week or
eventually.
whatever?
But we had a stick in there to push the turds down.
Yeah.
When it started getting full, and then but like it was weird. Like you almost got to piss first and then take a dump. So we had like the piss poles. Outside because they didn't want to fill the shitter
piss
with
first and then
shit
shit in there. Yeah.
So and then we eventually got one of the, I remember we used to cut the 55-gallon drum in half and pull the turd.
Did you guys have to burn it?
Eventually, yeah. Yeah, I think no, yeah, 100%. We did. I don't remember what we got first though. If it was a Porta Johns or that.
You probably had that first and Porta John
Yeah,
second.
yeah, I would assume.
So you guys would get shot at this combat outpost
yeah,
because you're right in the middle of the fucking neighborhood.
yeah. Well, when we were talking about the rockets and all that, that's
Yeah.
what I was referring.
Now,
to.
did these rockets ever fucking hit the neighbor's house and fuck some shit up?
They hit our building one time and almost killed my team leader and squad leader. Thank God they weren't in the room. It was on the roof. It was a fucking direct hit. They weren't in the room, thank God. But yeah, it was a big giant hole. But yeah, they would miss all the time.
Did it fucking come through?
It didn't come through the roof. It was like a direct impact hit.
Did it fuck up the inside
Nah,
interior?
not too bad. No,
Okay.
it fucked it up, but it wasn't like
Okay.
catastrophic. We just had to sweep up the rubble. And,
What did you guys have on there, bro? Electricity, a TV,
yeah, we had
Xbox or anything?
We had electricity. We had Xbox. We had
satellite to watch TV shows?
No. We'd get the Haji DVDs from the fob and bring them back. And whoever had porn on the old iPod, when the color iPods
Yep.
came out, dudes would put porn on there. So we had porn there. We had a gym.
What do you mean you had a gym?
We had like a little makeshift gym in the next room over. It's like one bench, one squat rack, and like four to six plates. Like nothing crazy. Couple dumbbells. Yeah, there wasn't the amenities weren't very.
I bet, bro.
Yeah, no, man. It was. I
But
slept.
that also builds character.
I was the only one that slept on a cot,
What did everybody else sleep on?
bunk beds. I didn't want to sleep on a bunk bed, so I was like, I'll take the cot. Which
Well, I
was
slept on a cot the whole entire 13
yeah,
months.
yeah.
With I was gonna say with a little Haji mat, but everybody else had the little mattresses.
Yeah. I didn't have shit, dude. I just
Cots are comfortable.
I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the best.
Better than the floor. Even the
Yeah.
floor's comfortable.
I'll take the cot any day of the week, dude. Yeah, I'm not opposed to a cot, bro.
Yeah. So you get home.
Yeah.
Are you reaching your tail end of your deployment or your contract? I mean.
Yeah, I was. So when I came back, my battalion commander took over G3 for division. So he immediately came back. We did our couple ceremonies or whatever, and then he went to division headquarters as a G3. We were getting ready to get cycled back to Iraq the following year, and I wanted to get out, dude. Like, I'm done. This deployment wore me out. Like, I'm good. I'm not doing this shit again. So he ended up asking me if I wanted to be his Delta, his G3 Delta, his driver. I only had like 6 or 7 months left. And I initially was like, hell no, I'm not doing no pogue-ass job.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, enjoy stop loss. I'm like, never mind, I'm coming.
That's what he told you? Enjoy stop loss?
Yeah. So I ended up going, I left my battalion right after I went to G3. And I just sat in a cubicle for like 6 months.
Did he kind of throw you a bone by telling you to fucking come over here?
Yeah, 100%. He took care of me, dude. He really did.
Is that
man.
the same leader you were with in Iraq?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
You owe that guy, bro.
Oh, dude, he's the man. He's the man, bro. He's a fucking legend.
Yeah, is he?
Oh yeah, bro. Dude's a fucking warrior, bro. He's he's something special, man. But
So you're sitting in a cubicle.
yeah,
How the fuck, dude, do you go from fighting in Baghdad to sitting in a cubicle? How was your mental health doing?
my mental health was fine because I wouldn't say fine, but like I wasn't there, so like it was a good time for me to unwind. So I got to unwind the last couple months. I was planning my future, wanted to get on the job, get into law enforcement. I wanted to go to school. So I wanted to do all these things so that like that's where my focus was. My focus was on career progression. So I knew I wasn't staying in. You know, I knew I was getting out, and I ended up putting in like a college packet for early release on my ETS. They approved it. I got out a couple
Early
months
release or terminal leave?
No, it was early release. So I was supposed to get out in January of 09. They let me out in November of 08 to prep for winter semester so I can go back to school.
Now, on your DD-214, will it show November or would it show January?
It shows January.
So it shows your full contract?
It shows the
That's
full
cool.
contract. But there's like a blurb at the bottom of my 214 that says something about early release for college or something.
okay.
It was less than 60 days early, so they just threw me a bone, let me out. There was no chance retention was getting me,
Right.
so I was out. Yeah, so I ended up getting out. I come home, and that's when I started my my law enforcement life.
What agency did you join first?
I was with the Passaic County Sheriff's Office. So I started corrections there for the first 2.5 years of my career, and then the following, I took our civil service test and became a sheriff's officer.
So you were in the jails first, then you went out to the streets?
Courts.
Courts.
Yeah. By us in Jersey, the courts and our road guys, like they essentially run the same certification. So you could bounce back and forth.
What was your experience like working in the jail? Was there only one jail for the city you were in or county?
For the county, yeah. It was
the county?
Yeah, it was a county jail. We were the only maximum security county jail in the state.
No way.
Yeah. Bars, everything was bars, cranks. You know, like it was very, very old. Our jail was very notorious.
Murders?
Oh yeah. It was a full spectrum of
Gang members?
yeah, Bloods on the 4th floor, bro. Yeah,
How many floors were there?
4 floors, Bloods on the 4th, Dominicans on the 3rd, on the 3rd. 2nd floor was Chomos and Max, and females, and then we had our segregation, the hole on the 1st floor.
How does an inmate make it to the hole in New Jersey jail?
Well, I can speak for my jail. I mean, it's very simple. Say fuck around and find out. Like, thank God I worked in the time frame that I worked in that jail from 09 to about 11 going into 12. Man, I worked with some assassins, dude.
Yeah.
One of them just texted me today after reply to his text, my old sergeant. Phenomenal bosses, dude. They taught me the right way. They taught me to never be scared of a fucking inmate. If inmate talks shit, we're gonna pull his ass out. Like that.
Do inmates talk shit there?
Oh yeah. Oh God, yes.
Why do you think they talk shit? Because they don't understand what's going to happen next, or
they try you.
Okay.
You know, they see like especially when you're a new guy, bro.
right?
They'll
you're
fucking
gonna
try
get
you.
tested.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, I've listened to a bunch of your old stories, bro, and God bless you for doing state, man. Especially in this state. This state is fucking. This shit is crazy.
Well, in the
here.
beginning it was good, like you said. In the beginning it was good.
Yeah, but I don't think Jersey will ever experience the shit that you talk about, because your guys' corruption is on a whole nother level. You guys are very unique, you know. So when I look back at my time in the jail, we were a smaller county jail. We were only supposed to house like I want to say it was like anywhere between 400 and 500 inmates.
Okay,
but our jail was notorious under previous administrations for having over 2,000.
Damn, dude.
And then having INS as well.
Wow.
INS holds. So you're talking dudes on, you remember the boat?
Yeah.
Fucking on the boat, sleeping under the picnic tables we got in there for him, the steel ones. And I didn't work in that era, but I was trained by the guys that came from that era.
So what does an ideal trip look like for a jail inmate? You go to court, you go to jail, then you go to prison? Or do these guys get a DUI, they hang out in jail, and then they go home?
No, man. DUIs in New Jersey aren't criminal unless you hurt somebody or damage property or whatever. So a DUI in New Jersey is a motor vehicle offense. You're going to get locked up. You're going to go to that municipality, and then you're going to get ROR'd. Like, you're good.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not a crime. Some states it's a crime.
So basically everybody that came through your jail was prison bound.
If they took a deal or they took it to trial, yeah. I mean, we would have guys on a 6-month bid or 364, we call it, which is 1 day shy of a year. Because in Jersey, the policy in Jersey is 1 year and 1 day prison. Anything less, county jail.
Now, did prison bound dudes ever mix with 364 guys?
We tried not to, but it's hard to do that sometimes. Like,
so they did.
State inmates would come in thinking they're the shit.
Right.
Like, well, I'm doing a state bid. You know, they think because they're under state property that they can't get it. They can't get it when you're in the county. County, listen, I understand the dynamic of state prison, but county's a revolving door, dude. You're here now.
Right.
We'll fuck you up here. You're going to come back. We'll get you again. Like,
I get it.
Chill out.
You're hanging out in that your pad for a little bit, and then you're going to go elsewhere.
Just be nice, dude. You know?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys ever have to do cell extractions? Did you ever have to do a cell extraction?
Yeah. I've done plenty of cell extractions with our shift. We had our officers that worked on the first floor of our building.
ADSIG, the whole.
Yeah, but we had like a booking crew. So our jail was the goon squad was the booking crew. So like whenever towns would come in, we'd book the inmate, whatever. And then, but that crew that worked on the first floor, that was like, I worked midnights. So that was like
what were the hours that you worked?
11 to 7, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Did you like that?
Because of the guys.
Well, besides the guys, I'm talking about, did you like the time of day?
No, I didn't, but I
odd hours,
quickly
man.
adjusted to it, and I learned to love it, right? And I eventually made my way to work on the first floor. I proved myself to leadership, and bosses took care of me, got me down on the first floor, and that's when I really got to experience jail. Because, we're booking an inmate. If he comes in all fucked up, whatever, we deal with it, say medical SDU or whatever. Anyways, but if something happened on the second, third, fourth floor, all the hall men are going upstairs, and that's the crew that's going to extract. Right. That's going to fuck you up. Like,
how do you guys get from the first floor up? Do you take an elevator or you run?
Situational. If the elevators are
there is
working,
an elevator?
Yeah.
Okay.
If elevators are good to go, we'll take the elevator. We're just like, ready, But
so basically, is there officers assigned to the fourth floor?
Yeah.
What if they're getting their ass kicked? The radio call comes out. Do you guys on the first floor respond to the fourth floor?
So each floor in our facility had different posts, and there was a roving guy that went back and forth on all the floors. But whenever something happened, it was a big fight or a melee or whatever. Yeah, like we'd all go up for anything. Like, just call us, we'll be there. Like that's
maybe even go up to talk shit with a friend.
Yeah.
Like
that was what we're here for. You guys, call us, we're coming.
Now these big melees or riots or big giant staff assaults, how often did these happen?
So we didn't have too many staff assaults, and I'll tell you why. Because our facility was very quick turnarounds. We started having bail reform. Yeah. Dudes weren't staying in jail long.
Right.
So that kind of lessened the impact on that, which was great because, obviously officer safety is it's
priority.
Yeah, it's priority.
Should be priority.
Yeah. So have I seen assaults? Yes. Have I been assaulted? Yes. But it wasn't to the level of like getting stabbed or get 10-on-1. These inmates had no contact with us.
How? What do you mean?
It's a maximum security. We didn't have like that open
day room.
It was all day room. They eat, shit, and sleep in the same big giant day room. They didn't come out unless
no officers go in there.
No.
Why?
We have a catwalk on the outside. We're separated by bars.
What if you have to do a cell search or a search of the common areas?
If we did a cell search, what we would do is we would pull them out one by one, line them up against a wall, and we would do our cell searches and put them back.
What the hell, man?
This is a very old style jail. Like the new style jails, like the jails that you're used to, right? Officers sitting in the middle with the desk, right?
Right.
And then they got top floor, bottom floor, and then the doors that come out of their bedrooms or whatever. We didn't have that. So it's like, let's just say this whole room was one day room.
I'm tracking.
Yeah, that's
I totally understand.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But I'm
how
wondering why was there a policy saying that officers cannot be in the area where the inmates are at?
No, it's just the way our jail was designed. Our jail's not even there anymore. It's been knocked down this year. Yeah, we have no more jail.
What did it get knocked down for? Corruption?
Yeah, our county officials from one county to another made a deal to save money.
So that's like a historical, you worked there and it's no longer there anymore.
Yeah, it's no longer there.
Well, at least you could say you worked there, dude.
Dude, when they were knocking it down, I drove past it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, fuck this. I pulled the car over. I jumped out of my car. I tried to go behind the fence and like take like a piece of like the bar.
Yeah.
That was like kind of like just dangling off, and cops saw me. He's like, hey, man, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing.
Yeah.
I was like, I just wanted that bar. I used to work here. He was cool. He didn't, it wasn't an issue. But like, yeah, it's weird to see it not there anymore. It's weird. Like all our inmates now, like we have like a hub at our headquarters, but they all go to different counties.
So was there beef or fights between the inmate population?
Yeah, you couldn't there's like two pretty predominant gangs within the Dominican community. You got Trinitarios and DDP. Like you couldn't really house Dominicans don't play. So you can't really house them together. Like you can't.
Trinitarios.
Yeah.
They're from Trinidad?
No, they're Dominicans.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both from Dominican Republic, but They just had two different gangs. And
Excuse my lack of
yeah,
geographical education.
I'm
from Brawley, California.
This is a
bro.
Jersey thing, dude. It's a whole nother beast, dude. Yeah, so we couldn't really house them together. Then the Bloods were all on the 4th floor, but
Are the Bloods black?
for the most, like 98%. Yeah, we had a couple.
And are they from Jersey?
Yeah, Jersey, Northern Jersey.
So you mentioned earlier it was a melting pot of different ethnic groups and stuff like that. So you're talking about gangs from every race.
Yeah. I would.
But it's not really race separated over there, is it?
No, a lot of it was like by blocks, like where you're from, like neighborhood. You know, like the Bloods have several different sets, and a lot of those sets are relative to where they live.
And are they rivaled with each other?
It depends. It really is. It's like it depends what day of the week it is. Or
Was there ever any murders there?
in my facility, I've never been. I've never seen one. I've seen a ton of assaults on each other, but never a homicide or a murder. No. Yeah.
What so you go from there to the street cop to the no, you went from there to the courts.
Yeah, I went from there to the courts, man. It was weird transition.
I bet, dude.
Yeah, Monday to Friday, uniforms always clean.
Monday through Friday.
Yeah, weekends and holidays off. If inclement weather.
Weekend and holidays off. How the fuck
Yeah.
did you land the courts, bro? You just got lucky?
It's not a desirable.
God,
it's not a desirable position, especially if you're like a go-getter.
But you had already been through combat.
Yeah, but in my department, that's kind of the courthouse guys are kind of like the redheaded stepchildren, right? And it's fucked up because some of the best cops in our department work in the courthouse. It's just very a little political on who goes out and who doesn't.
But you got the opportunity to go out there.
No, I don't play games. I don't partake in stuff that I don't believe in.
Right.
Yeah. So guys like me would never. I mean, yeah, like I was on transportation unit for a while. I worked the cells down where we would house the inmates while they're going to court, primarily. But I was just I worked everywhere in the facility, in our courts. I've done every job you can think of in that place. I've been on a bunch of details where we go outside and assist other units or whatever. But as far as being physically assigned as a road guy, like, it didn't happen. Yeah.
Eventually, you left the law enforcement, and then
Yeah.
you said you started your own business.
No. So I left law enforcement. I left law enforcement in 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, after just about 15 years.
Damn, that's a long time, dude.
Yeah. So I left just about 15 years. I ended up leaving on a psych disability. I eventually cycled out from PTSD. I had a pretty shitty suicide attempt that kind of led me into treatment a few times in a row.
You attempted suicide?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what happened?
It was St. Patrick's Day of 22, I'm sorry. St. Patrick's Day of 22. St. Patrick's Day is a big drinking day for the community where I'm from, because New York and New Jersey, that's like the cop holiday and the firefighters, and everyone gets together and it's just like a huge party everywhere. I was going through a separation with my ex, and I was starting to get some bad PTSD issues, kind of reliving some certain shitty situations, and I got really, really, really intoxicated, and I walked across the street from this bar, and I made an attempt on myself. And I don't recall much of it, but I do know I posted something that people saw, and then it took them a little bit, but they found me, took me to the hospital, and then, from there, ultimately led me to the beginning of my treatment journey.
Right.
Yeah.
Where did they take you? Did they take you to a VA hospital, a
No.
local hospital?
So I went to a local hospital, St. Joe's in Patterson. It was there I met with, obviously the whole cavalry is out looking for me. Like literally everybody, every town from the state police in that area, every town in that area was out looking for me. So the hospital was jam-packed with people. I was really, really messed up. The attempt that I made, like, was putting me out until they found me. I'm convinced if it was like 5 more minutes, I would have been done.
What'd you do?
I was trying to, I wrapped a really, really strong piece of garb around my throat and kind of just laid there and let myself attempt to suffocate. So, and I was going out until the cops found me, and then they took me to the hospital. So from there, they sent me to a facility in Arizona. It's called Sierra Tucson. I didn't want to go to any VA style facilities. As first responders, we have facilities across the country that are dedicated to our community where you can get the help that you need. So from there, they sent me to Sierra Tucson. They had a first responder unit, and I checked myself out after like 24 hours.
What did that process look like of you checking yourself out? Were they like, no, please stay?
Yeah, they made an attempt to keep me there, but I absolutely refused because of the treatment that I got. They didn't treat me good, and on top of that, they wouldn't even give me my clothes to take a shower. Like from the time of me attempting suicide until I got there, I hadn't showered.
Oh, that fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah, so
And
like
you're fucking hungover and stinking like alcohol, probably.
yeah, I was all jacked up, man, and they wouldn't give it to me. So it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. That very first day, I just walked up as I want to sign myself out.
Okay, so now you're out in Tucson.
Yeah.
So now what do you do?
So they let me leave at like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I had to walk a little bit till I got some service on my phone because it's in the middle of nowhere. And I got some service on my phone, got a cab, went to a hotel in Tucson. There was a Mexican restaurant right next door that was open. It was like a little dive bar restaurant. I was like, I'm gonna go hang with the natives. So I put my shit in my room and I went to that bar and I just started drinking.
I was gonna ask you, did you start consuming alcohol?
Immediately. I wasn't ready for treatment. So when I was sitting there, I had this bright idea. I'm gonna go to LA. So
it's a hell of a fucking idea, bro.
yeah. So I'm sitting there at the bar. I book a ticket to LA thinking it was for the next day, but I was so inebriated that it was for like 4 hours later. And I get a notification on my phone like, hey, you could check in. I'm like, what? It's early. So I end up leaving, pay my tab, leave. I take an Uber to the airport and I go to LA. And now my union, God bless my old union president, man. I drove him fucking crazy.
Were you still a law enforcement officer?
Yeah, I wasn't terminated.
Dude, that is wild, bro.
Yeah, I wasn't terminated at all.
I mean, I'm not judging by any means. I totally understand. But that's wild.
Dude, I told you, man, I cycled out bad.
Yeah.
So I went to LA. I kind of floated around for a week.
Floated around for a week?
Yeah. Hotel to hotel. Then I ended up at my uncle's house.
Were you still in your stinky clothes?
No. When they flew me out to Arizona, my old union boss, they stopped at Walmart, got me a whole bunch of shit. So I was clean. I had already showered. I'm squared away. I shaved. I was good.
Thought you were like that guy that we fucking.
The guy was. Yeah. No. So I went there for a week. My uncle ended up making me stay by his house in Victorville. So I went there, booked a flight, came back, and then I checked into the intensive outpatient program at the VA hospital.
In Jersey?
In Jersey, because I was afraid of what the job was going to do because I had just went AWOL for a week. I didn't commit to treatment because I had left. I have AMA'd out of a program.
Right now, as you sit here in this chair, looking back in hindsight, what was the source of that whole entire fucking episode?
I couldn't tell you.
You couldn't tell me?
No, I was going through like a very bad manic psychosis episode, man, where I really couldn't pay attention to anything going around me. I couldn't talk. I just wanted to be left alone. I didn't want to deal with anything or anyone or none of that.
It wasn't Iraq triggering you?
It was a combination of everything. The job treatment, the deployment, a nasty divorce that was pending.
Were you married?
I was married at the time, yeah. All these things combined, and, It's, man, I can only take so much, man. And I just didn't want to be here anymore. That was my thing. I did not want to be here anymore. So for me, it was like any opportunity I got, like, you better keep your eyes on me because I'll fucking disappear.
Right.
And
I'm surprised you went back to Jersey and did enhanced outpatient or extreme outpatient. Why not an inpatient?
I wasn't ready.
Oh, you weren't ready.
Yeah, dude. Like they sent me to Arizona. I was like,
Right.
So I eventually ended up going to Florida House, which is a treatment center for first responders that are all over the country. They got a program called the Shatterproof program. I ran through that program 3 times.
Where's that one located?
In Deerfield Beach, Florida. So I got a decent amount of time in that facility. I got times in. I went there a few times, and eventually I eventually got my head out of my ass and was like, I can't keep living like this. Like this, my life is just too chaotic. I had to make the fucking change, dude. Like, it was either I was just gonna cycle out again, or I'm gonna have to get back on the right path, dude. And I eventually, after a couple stays down at Florida House, I got my shit together, and then eventually, the job sends you for a fitness for duty exam.
Right.
I failed, and then I was essentially put out on a psych disability.
Seems like they took care of you, though.
They did. Yeah.
When you were in these recovery homes, what was like the kind of like the homework, the studies? What were they teaching you?
It was a lot of group therapy.
Okay.
Group therapy, art therapy. There's all types of stuff. And then you got the round table stuff at the end of the day with the guys and girls, right? And you have, chow. Like every night we had the grill. We were grilling, hanging out. So it's a very simple program. Like, you wake up in the morning, you go to groups from like 9 to 12, go to chow, then you go afternoon groups, then you go to an AA meeting, you do some art therapy, go to the gym, you do all that stuff. But the whole point is, like, you're getting together with the community of first responders in treatment, right? Like, you're in there, you're locked in with these guys. Well, you're not locked in, but like, you're in with these guys that are all first responders. You got corrections, you got police, fire, EMS, military. I mean, all together. It's a very community-based program style that works. It's great.
Would you agree that there's a high suicide rate in law enforcement?
Yeah, it's disgusting. That comes down to leadership.
Would you say that had certain individuals, and again, right, we can't make shit happen, but would you say that the people that did commit suicide, maybe that treatment would have been helpful for them if they were ready or willing to try it?
It would have absolutely been helpful to them. It also would have been helpful if they didn't have bosses bullying them. A lot of these guys that have committed suicide, the biggest stress in law enforcement is organizational stress.
Facts, bro.
It's not the
not the bad
fucking
guys.
inmate, dude.
That's so easy, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
The bad guys are easy, bro.
That's the easy part, bro. Like, you go out on a stop, or you're dealing with somebody in court, or whatever the case is. Like, that's not the problem, dude. I don't care about that. It's like, you want to have a boss that's gonna, like, there needs to be more recognition of signs. Leaders aren't noticing the signs and symptoms of somebody on the verge of cycling out.
Well, we don't even have leaders anymore, bro.
Yeah.
We have managers.
It's a great way to put it.
And they're not even trying to look at symptoms because they don't give a fuck about anybody but themselves and upward mobility.
Yeah, everything is cover your ass, protect your pension, right? Like,
Facts.
that's the name of the game. So if a supervisor is going to have to answer questions because of something you did,
Right.
like, what is the probability that they're actually going to get your back?
Slim to none.
Very,
They're not there
very
for you.
slim. No. It's very rare that you'll get guys like that. Like the sergeant I told you that texted me today.
Yeah.
He caught days for me.
Well, I get it.
Back in the day.
I get it.
You know what I mean? And it's just like,
It's gone. Gone are those days of good leaders.
yeah. I truly believe that I was born into this life in the wrong generation. Like I would
I
have
think
been
it was the right generation.
I think
bro.
I would have excelled very well if
in World War II.
I'd take that. But like that the law enforcement style of like the 60s and 70s,
definitely.
like that was prime time. You know, today, you know, a lot of law enforcement officers today that I'm coming across, the job wasn't their first choice.
Meaning?
I always wanted to be a cop.
Oh, I hear you.
Today, you have a kid that couldn't make it working at J.P. Morgan and Chase. Fuck it, I'll take the civil service test to get the protection and a pension. So I couldn't make it as a banker. Or shit, I can't be an influencer, right? So like, let me just do something else. It's not a primary choice. A lot of the guys that I came up with, that was their primary choice. That's what they wanted to do. Today, that's not the case.
I agree. The youngsters treat it more as a job instead of a career.
Oh, without a doubt.
Like,
Absolutely.
I get fired. I get fired.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck, dude. They don't give a fuck. Yeah, man. It's crazy. And it's so sad to see because this job can be rewarding, you know?
But it can also be dangerous. And I want to use your 11 Bravo experience in, I mean, I love to hound on these youngsters, bro. And I call them baristas and, you know. How important is it to be able to be capable of inflicting violence as a law enforcement officer?
It's the most important thing ever. You don't have to just walk around and do it, but just know you can, and you'll be fine. I really think presentation is everything, right? Delivery is everything. If someone's disrespecting you, and it's gonna turn into a hands-on situation. Like I know for me, like
but these guys don't even see the red flags that are about to be. Motherfuckers are getting slapped in the face and barely realizing.
Yeah, that's something. Look, man, I'm from your era, dude. Like that's something I just don't understand.
I don't understand it
I
either.
don't get it. I don't understand how somebody can let that happen. But what's even more distasteful is leadership not getting these guys backs.
No, bro. That's a whole. To me, it's a lost cause. We cannot convince these current leaders to change their mind and all of a sudden start giving a fuck.
Yeah,
I think you got to drain the swamp, as my Uncle Donald Trump says.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I agree. You got to. Yeah, definitely.
Right. And would you agree that change starts at the top?
Yes, of course. Change does start at the top. Having leadership that puts the livelihood and the mental health and the putting all that stuff first for their guys is the most important thing. Like I've been, dude, I'm going to tell you, man, like I have been genuinely blessed with the type of leaders that I've had. There's a couple that I could just rag on all day long, and these guys they're just bitches, okay? But for the most part, the leaders that I have had, my God, bro, I'll run through any fucking door for these guys any day of the week. And do you want to be remembered as that leader or the leader that I don't even want to mention your name because you're just a bitch?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, like I want if I was to be a supervisor when I was on a job, clearly I'm not there anymore, but like I would want guys to remember me as someone that had their back and gave a fuck about them.
Facts, bro.
Yeah.
So what is it that you do now?
So once I left law enforcement, I did my first corporate gig. Yeah, dude. I don't like to circle back to shit. That's like their favorite term.
Tracking.
Circle back and table this and table that. I don't understand this vernacular, dude.
Right.
I'm not built for that. But great people, though. Great people. The boss was a retired Air Force colonel. Great guy. It just wasn't for me. I got an opportunity to work with a mental health group that is primarily responsible for first responders in New Jersey. So now basically what I do is I'm like the frontline guy for any police officer, firefighter, military guy that's in crisis and helping them place them into treatment, into therapy with us. Like I've built a resource network of inpatient, outpatient, and my group where if I need to get somebody into treatment, they're there within 24 hours.
Do they need to be a resident of New Jersey?
So for where I work, yes, but within the last, I want to say since August, we've teamed up with these one retired chief and deputy chief retired, Bill Mazer and Joe Collins. These guys do it nationally. So now we have the ability, like we have our own Jersey network, but now we have a national community.
So if anybody watching this and they're struggling and they feel comfortable, can they reach out to the Instagram and they will be plugged into some sort of help?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like if I get a text or a call.
What's the Instagram?
The account? Instagram's Cognosis Health. That's it. Just Cognosis Health.
All right, and we'll link it on the bottom.
Yeah, at Cognosis Health. That's our group page. And from there, like I have the page on my phone and I monitor it. So
is it active law enforcement only?
Oh no, man. No, it's active, retired, guys that were terminated. Yeah, we're never, especially me, am I ever gonna turn my fucking back on anyone that needs help because of the amount of people that were involved in getting me where I needed to be. So
that and the fucking illegal firings and terminations for not playing the game that have transpired.
Yeah, but for me, like I said, man, like the certain angels in my life that took care of me.
You're one of them now, bro.
Yeah, so now I literally pay it forward, man. Like, for example, a couple weeks ago I was in Florida, with my wife, and we're hanging out, and I get a phone call. It was a crisis call.
Yeah.
I took 45 minutes, bro. I was on the phone, talked the guy down, good. He just had his first therapy session.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah, just hit me up. Hey, man, thank you so much. Whatever. Like that's the shit that makes everything, like where I started to where I am now. That's what makes it worth it. I have law enforcement executives, right? Like these guys are bosses within their agencies, and I'm helping them with their cases, right?
Right.
And it's a very like I'm a work in the shadows kind of guy. I don't want to speak to hey, listen, man, if we got to meet in the basement of your precinct, fine, no big deal.
Correct.
Like I've been able to be fortunate enough to partner up with two of the biggest agencies in New Jersey, which is the New Jersey State Police and the Newark PD.
Dude, that's fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah, so I work hand in hand with the New Jersey State Police's peer team daily.
Dude.
Every single day. Newark PD, same thing every single day. We have another guy from the Bergen County Prosecutor's Office. He's like a big state resiliency guy. I mean, these guys are still on the front lines. Right. They're still dealing with these guys. But like if you want something done without anybody knowing, and we get a guy in and out, seen and taken care of, they're calling, you got to call me, because I don't have anyone holding my leash. I don't have a boss that's going to tell me no. The owners of my group are like, handle it. It's all you.
Yeah.
And thank God for them, because I don't have to, the oversight, they trust me enough to not be so much involved. Just handle the business, bro. Too easy. I got this.
Yeah.
We'll get a motherfucker in treatment like that. That's the one thing, man, is like I've built a network. Like the one guy in particular from the state police, name's Brian Markowski. He's a sergeant first class for them. Dude's a maniac. He's been in treatment. He's done his thing, and now he's essentially the number 2 or 3 in that unit. But he's the face of it, dude. I work with him daily on all types of guys that need to get the help that they get. Think about this, man. In Jersey, we look. I'm a county guy, right?
Yeah.
You got municipal cops and you got the state police. So we're right in that middle government, right? The county guys and the municipal guys always look at the state police as like these fucking stormtroopers from Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
You remember Stormin' Norman Schwarzkopf?
Yeah.
His father or grandfather was the first state police colonel.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
In New Jersey. Yeah. So that uniform model comes from that World War II era style. And they still wear it till today. But that department, man, like for the longest time when I was on a job, I was like, man, these guys they're just robots, dude. They got no personality, no nothing.
Yeah.
But now that I've worked with them for the last year and change, I'm like, dude, these guys are just as vulnerable to mental health issues as all of us are.
Absolutely.
And you don't take that into account. The problem with mental health in law enforcement is this. New Jersey just went into we became a licensing state. Okay, so in order to maintain your status as a police officer, your license yearly, or it's every 1, 2, or 3 years has to get renewed by the state. All right. Before that, we were a civil service state. We still are, but now licensing is attached. 10 years ago, if you got jammed up on something, you had a mental health issue or something, man, you go talk to the cop doc, take a couple weeks, you come back to work, everything's good to go. Today, if you're going through a mental health crisis today, you go up, hey, LT, you got to take my gun, bro. I need a break. You got to take my gun. That shit has to go on paper now. This dude now has to go to a program. He cannot get back into work until he completes that program, because now you have to build a whole evidence case, a whole case saying that this guy's mentally fit to be back on the job to put on that application for your license.
Right.
So they've completely taken away the ability to just take care of a guy without.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, so it makes my job a little complex, because now I got to partner with different organizations and different groups now and maintain that relationship, so that when I have a guy that says, hey, Cap, I need you to take my gun, we got a place for him to go that day.
For sure.
Yeah.
No, that's fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for flying all the way out here from New Jersey, dude, sharing your story and putting yourself out there. Is there anything, last final words you want to say to the audience, bro?
This is more towards leaders in law enforcement. Take care of your people. Look after your fucking people. Don't let outsiders make influence decisions for your people because you suck at being a boss. Yeah. Okay? If you know guys are going through a divorce, if you know guys are having substance abuse issues, if you know guys are having issues with other peers or their bosses, work to fix it. Don't wait till it's too late, because that 22 a day for veterans can be very quickly translated into law enforcement or transitioned into law enforcement as well. It's embarrassing when leaders have an officer in crisis and don't know what the fuck to do. Take care of your fucking people.
Nah, dude, you hit the nail on the head, bro. So once again, man, thank you for coming over here and sharing that. I'm going to put your links on the bottom so people can tap in. I'm going to push your episode out fucking faster than normal, bro, because I think the message needs to get out. I believe, excuse me, I believe that our first responders are hurting right now, dude.
Yeah, big time.
Mentally.
But I appreciate you having me, man. This is it's been awesome.
For sure, bro. Likewise. There you guys have it, folks. Another banger. Both of us doing the Lord's work over here, always trying to help somebody. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Love you. Keep pushing forward.
Unhinged rhyme, Hector's legend engraved. Living life raw, never been tamed. From the hood to the pen, truth and tales pen. Hector Bravo unhinged, story never ends.